Well, all right, let's talk about the current MVP favorite. That's right, Vegas has Josh Allen as favorite to win MVP, but really, I think this Bills team in general is just playing at such a high level right now. I mean, they put up 47 points, right? A quarterback can't do that alone. This entire offense is rolling. They put up 31 against Miami and 34 against Arizona, so they're blowing everyone out, except for Arizona, who made that game close. But still, this offense is rolling after a rough start in Arizona, has just been unstoppable the rest of the way. Let's talk about why it's working so well and why it worked so well against Jacksonville. First, let's start off with this play, which is just such a fun play. It's a 4th down and 3. The Bills are going for it, given where they are on the field, and it's a really clever concept. It's something we've seen the Chiefs do. That player, Khalil Shakir, is going to be in motion from the offense's left to the offense's right. So, okay, this is man coverage. You sometimes will switch, have a different guy cover that receiver, but here they're going to have someone travel the field. However, you see Shakir actually isn't running towards the offense's right. He faked that way and is now going towards the top of the screen. But remember, I said a Jacksonville player is traveling the field. That player, you see him, he's not looking at Shakir. He's saying, okay, I got to get in position. I'm going to get to my spot, almost like how you catch a fly ball in baseball. Get to your spot and then look up and track the ball. He's trying to get to a spot and then he'll find find Shakir. I mean, it's 4th and 3. You don't have time to mess around. So both guys run in opposite directions. I mean, you see the Jaguars player is just now looking up, realizing, wait, where's Shakir? Where's number 10? He's the guy I'm supposed to be covering. Well, that's where he is. I mean, on complete opposite sides of the field. This is something that just fooling the Jaguars badly here. Really good coaching. And because of that, Shakir is able to make the grab, and they pick up a ton of yards on this play, convert to 4th down and 3, which was the most important part, but also get a good amount of yards as well. And of course, this just creates so much more difficulties if you're playing the Bills, right? Because now it's almost like, well, if someone's in motion, do you have to make sure you're constantly checking to make sure they're actually in motion? Yeah, you kind of do, and that's going to slow you down, and that's going to be an advantage to the Buffalo Bills. Also, something like this is just what Josh Allen brings to the table, which is, I feel like, a real underrated aspect of his game, where you see right now, the Bills are out in 5 wide. So, okay, 5 wide, if you're the Jaguars, what can you do? You can play off a little bit. It's going to be a passing play right here, of course, and especially the situation. 3rd down and 5, obviously this is a passing play. It goes without saying. So that's going to be the blocking concept for the running play, as Josh Allen himself will be taking it, and it's just a quarterback draw, and these plays can be so deadly. Watch as they have someone to block everybody. Allen is able to pick up the 1st down and then goes down after that. These plays are so difficult to stop, and again, having this in your tool belt, we saw a few Josh Allen runs that were really effective. So again, obviously, we all know that he's mobile, but the design quarterback runs is another real positive aspect of this Bills team. But now I want to talk about just guys winning, because what was the biggest concern people had with the Buffalo Bills? It was situations like this heading into the season. 3rd down and 4, you have man coverage. Who can just win against man coverage? Because usually it was Stephon Diggs, and they really kind of lacked into receiver depth. Outside of that, they lose Stephon Diggs, and it didn't seem to add a ton of big names. Who can win in these situations now? Well, that is Dalton Kincaid's route, who is quickly, in my opinion, establishing himself as one of the best receiving tight ends in football. If you've been paying attention, he is starting to get into that elite conversation, I think, of how good he is at doing what you're going to see him do on this play. Watch as Kincaid is going to, again, he runs this route so well, fakes it though he's going over the middle, gets towards the outside, and look at how much separation he has. I mean, this reminds you of a young Travis Kelce, right? With how just quick he is, how good of route running he has. This is part of why he was, a hyped up draft prospect, and Allen's not going to miss these throws. He makes it right there. They pick up a big gain. So that's been part of it. It's just Dalton Kincaid, who was good as a rookie, but taking that next step, being really good this year. He's PFF's 2nd highest graded tight end right now. Like, he's playing at that high of a level. Not that that's the end all be all, but just goes to show he's a guy who can really play. And also this play, you see the route where it's Keon Coleman running a deep shot going from the offense's left to the offense's right. It's again a man coverage play. Keon Coleman, a guy who, if you remember during the draft, the Buffalo Bills decided to trade with the Kansas City Chiefs. They let the Chiefs get Xavier Worthy. And a lot of people were wondering, why are you letting the Chiefs get Xavier Worthy? Well, because they liked Keon Coleman more. And when this play begins, you see Coleman, again, he has really just a great speed. He's kind of able to blow by the corner who's covering him, and he's also such a big body that just gives such a window for Allen. And again, what do you think Allen's going to do? Of course, he makes the throw because he can make those throws in his sleep, and you get a long touchdown right there. So it's kind of a big part of it is you're having multiple players who can come in and make big plays. So instead of having to have an offense that's solely reliant on, kind of one guy in Stephon Diggs, they can rely on everybody. And also going over here, I have to say, Khalil Shakir, I think has been a solid role player throughout the first couple years of his career. But so far in year 3, I feel like he's really taken it up a notch and has had a really good season. This is the 3rd and 9, and the route he's running doesn't appear to be a route that would be able to convert on this 3rd down and 9, right? And, you're inside field goal range right here, so every yard helps, and maybe if you gain 7 yards, you can go for it, all of that stuff. But when this play begins, Allen is going to, first looks down the field, eventually looks towards Shakir. There's a bit of a window, right? It's enough separation that this is probably going to be a completion, but here's where just the Josh Allen value comes in and the Khalil Shakir value comes in. Allen puts that right on the money to where Shakir can continue running. Shakir breaks the tackle and gets into the end zone for a touchdown. So incredible stuff by him to pull that off. But also for Allen, yards after the catch isn't just a wide receiver stat. Allen being able to really make a perfect throw on that one allowed Shakir to pick up as many yards as possible. So do I think Josh Allen is going to win MVP? Well, listen, I know some people hate the MVP discussion after 3 weeks of the season. I think it's fun. I don't hate just talking about it. I think that obviously things can get, especially in basketball, it feels like people only care about the MVP and don't even care about winning. But I think in football, people still care about winning more. And it's just a fun discussion to be had. And yeah, Allen can absolutely win. The numbers he's putting up is great. He's playing legitimately great on top of it. And the Bills look really good. And usually it's a team stat to some degree. Usually you need some wins to go along with all this stuff. So yeah, I do think that this could go really well for the Buffalo Bills to start the year. Again, we'll see how things go. But as of right now, I think that, I don't think it's crazy that he could win MVP. But that's just what I think. Before I go, I will mention I do have a movie channel. If you like watching movies, check that out. The link is in the description below. Jackson Kruger Movies is the name. So check that out if you're interested. And let me know what you think about Josh Allen and his MVP chances in the comments below. Always love hearing from you. And of course, as always, thanks for watching.